Welcome back, everyone, to more Secret of the Silver Blades. We are back in the temple here. Just got done checking out the treasury, more or less. We'll have to get back to ID everything, but we got a couple potions of extra healing there. Potion of invisibility. I believe that is going to bring me down to -7 armor class because that's a +3 shield. Ember Dew. We're going to go ahead and give her the +3 shield. We will trade this to Clot. It'll bring her to -7 armor. I don't entirely intend on keeping Fidget in the front ranks all the time, so. But he'll get the next +2 shield or +3 shield. Not sure we immediately need anything else there. But let's keep exploring the temple here. Trying to stay in this mode as much as I can, although I don't like it as much because it's harder to see where I'm going. But the graphics are better than looking at a gray map with an arrow. Let's see, while we're up here, you hear muffled noises coming from down the hall. The sound seems to be coming from the room at the end of the hall. After listening to the sounds for a few seconds, you can make out that the noise is actually someone talking in the next room. The muttering seems to involve you. This is a rather Spartan room that was once occupied by one person. When you get to the door, you hear a voice shout, "It's about time! But what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation, come in!" When you open the door, you are met by an old dwarf in a cleric's garb. What do? We talk. As you say hello, he blurts, "It's about time you got here. I've been waiting for you since you got to Vinegrees. What have you got? Lead weights in your shoes? You're a pretty sorry lot, too. Oh, well, I guess you have to do." He pauses for a breath of air. Do you interrupt him? No. "My name is Duff Strongarm, the caretaker of the temple. There's much you need to know about the happenings here, and you record his speech in journal entry 18. Durf reclines in a chair and begins. 300 years ago there were two brothers, Oswulf a paladin and Eldamar a mage. Both were powerful and worshipped Tyr, god of justice. As Eldamar grew old, he became obsessed with gaining immortality. Serving Tyr was no longer enough. He became insane and isolated himself in the upper levels of the Castle of the Twins. There he researched the arcane magic necessary to become a lich. Oswulf discovered this, but was unable to convince his brother to abandon his madness. Foreseeing the evil that the lich would produce, Oswulf left the castle and searched for 12 great heroes. These he forged into a band he called the Silver Blades. By the time Oswulf could return to the valley, Eldamar had completed his spells and was reborn as the lich called the Dreadlord. The Dreadlord summoned evil forces to protect him, and the Silver Blades faced a pitched battle. Among the buildings of Adagree, the town was laid waste and many of the heroes fell. Those of us who remained forced the evil horde back to the castle gates. Oswulf refused to push on and slay his brother. Instead, all mages and clerics cast a spell to freeze the valley permanently within Gracia. The Dreadlord's forces counterattacked while the spell was being cast, and Oswulf fell, protecting us. His body lies on the level above, but his spirit still guards the castle, preventing the reawakening of the Dreadlord. As the last of the Silver Blades, I chose to remain here to maintain my temple and keep watch as well. Now the descendants of the Dreadlord's disciples are returned. The Black Circle is succeeding in unraveling our spell. I'm now bound to this temple and cannot take the battle to them. You must take up the Silver Blade standard and end the Dreadlord threat forever. Get to the chopper. All right, so we're meeting one of the famous Silver Blades. A short little old dwarf. The Dreadlord must be stopped, but first you must prove to me that you are worthy to become a Silver Blade. Before Osoof died, he broke his staff into 8 pieces and hid them in each of the first 8 levels of this mine. Bring all of them here, and you will have passed the test. He looks at you quizzically and says, "Well, what are you waiting for? Written instructions?" He starts prodding you at the door with his cane. As he opens the door, he says, "Try going west on the first level. And here," he hands you a ring with the symbol of Tyr. "This will glow when you get near a piece." The old dwarf shoos you out of the room. Bash that shit down. I read the papers. One of the papers is a requisition for supplies by an organization known as the Silver Blades. Okay. Not sure that actually does anything. There's a piece of paper behind the bed in this priest room, and you record its contents as journal entry 65. We go into battle today to stop the Dreadlord. I am fearful, but Osoof is confident. When he speaks, I find my courage returns. I hope everyone at home is happy. With any luck, I will be home soon. Your loving son, Jahali. You found the High Priest's room. Everything is neatly stored away and is immaculate. Here stands a glowing gateway. Yes, we're going to enter it so we can unlock it on this side. And now we can warp between the Well of Knowledge and the temple. Another acolyte room. However, there's a chesticle in the corner. This seems even more unused than the other rooms. You found a secret meeting room and an armory behind the secret panel on the wall. However, all the armor and weapons have been stripped from this room. There's a peephole. Let's use it. As you look through the hole, you see a group of minotaurs searching the room. One of them says, "I saw them coming here. I wonder where they went." The leader says, "Well, I don't see them, so I'm resting." They set up camp, and the leader assigns one of the others to watch the door. You engage a patrol of minotaurs. Did we get surprised is the question. I got a surprise right here. And I got another surprise coming at you. They surrendered. That's all she wrote, boys. A couple fireballs will shut them up. 2 aerial servants come into the room and clean up the remains. I'd like to go to level 1, sir. And we are not getting a map of the mines. The mines are large, not necessarily difficult, but certainly large. And of course they drop me in a 4-way here. Let's head north. Fucking bribe, flee, wait. They might flee from me. You wait and they decide to kill you anyways. Well, they're not killing shit, so... I'm the only one doing any killing around here. Yeah, not expecting anything from Minotaur, my favorite mythological monster. Need to stay on top of keeping our fireballs. It is a very important spell in a game of constant combat. I'm just going to go for it. You found a freshly dug area in the wall and a pick on the ground. We dig. And dig, and dig, and dig. The dwarf finds some shit. Some gems. And that's it. You actually get twice the gems of the dwarfs in your party here, so thank you, Fidget. You feel a gust of wind. Sorry! So there's a bunch of fights down here. I guess we'll entertain ourselves and fight the good fight. They're all static. I'll attack them. I don't think Displacer Beasts are gonna much run away from me. You trip on a rock. You have entered a monster's lair. What do? Well, I attack. I don't care about no cockatrice. I'm going to leave him at 21. That room's cleared. And apparently we get some random magic items for each of these rooms. No telling what it is until we get back. You see a group of monsters approaching. What do? I talk to the cockatrice. They don't seem to understand you, and they want to fuck you up. You wait and they decide to flee. They shit their pants. They said, we don't want to dance with that man. Looks like the game order. We're not fucking with him. We can wait and let the enemy decide if they want to die by us or not. Mobat. guys were extremely easy. I don't know what we're fighting quite yet. Look like some crazy centipedes. A little overkill, you know. It's good for the soul. And we'll get treasure out of this. And a shield and a ring. Now, I'm not going to entirely do every level. I'm going to just do what I deem necessary. Not going to search every little nook and cranny and kill every little monster. We're going to focus on finding all the magical items, all secret caches, things like that. But I'm not going to go out of my way just to kill every little monster that's giving me shit XP. We need big fights to level up at this point. Bring it on, shitapede. These mines are 9 levels deep, plus a basement, I think. So 10 levels of mines. I don't want to be in here for 6 hours. See what we're dealing with here. Some Mobats. I mean, if we want to make this go quick, this is certainly a good way to do it. I left 2 of them alive for you. These guys are too stupid to run. Mage Scroll in a ring. Well, go ahead and grab it. these. Let's attempt to get our fireballs back here. Part of the wall collapses in and a group of Umberhulks surge through the opening. The monsters advance on you. Alright, some big ol' Umberhulkies. These guys can fuck you up because they can cause confusion. It's certainly in your best interest to take them out as quickly as possible. And so I am going to do my best with that. Well, Dickhead was on auto attack. I don't think they confused Fidget, obviously. If they did, he might start attacking us. Plate mail and a hand axe. A dead adventurer lies before you. What do? You find some treasure. Alright, this is some good shit. Some +2 arrows, a +2 composite longbow, a +3 longsword, +3 plate mail, a ring of fire resistance, a +3 shield. So that's pretty huge. That brings old Ronstock to -8. They unequipped my longsword. I'm going to trade this one to Ember Dew anyways. I'm going to take this one. That +3 shield will go to Fidget. We'll, of course, at some point need to retreat back to town to get all of this identified. It's going to give Fidget -5 armor. She's already got a plus sword 2. But now Ronstock has a plus sword, or longsword +3. And the plate mail +3 is pretty nice as well. We get the plate mail 2 to Clot. She's not -6. You can see the AC is starting to drop heavily. It's going to make us very difficult to hit. The ring of tear glows warmly. A sliver of wood shimmers in return. You have found part of the staff of Ulswolf. All right. Yeah, you wait and they decide to shit their pants. Go ahead and save. Apparently this isn't the safest place, but I'm going to try to pop a fix off and get away with it. I best hold off on doing a double rest. Alright, let's head to mine level 2. I've had enough here. We've gathered all we need to. Well, they're not killing shit, first of all. I really don't want to get too weighed down. Let's head to town. Yeah, let's go into the mine, because we can go to the temple. It's probably quicker to teleport from the temple to the town and back. I want to break the glass. We got a ton of shit to identify. And I know it excites you as much as it does me. So let's get it on, get it on. I can get rid of that because I'm about to get another one. Shield +3. Morning Star +2. Potions. Okay. Don't need the mace +2. Actually, we don't need any of these. Shield +2, we don't need. I'm going to trade this to reduce, so she has a potion of extra healing. Oh, you don't have any money. I got you. Now you do. Or your protection +1. Plate 1 we don't need. I don't really care about hand axes. A longsword +1, we could trade that to, or +2, we can trade that to fidget. Ring of protection, let's see if that works on her. No, I don't think it's going to. Because she's already getting a +1 from, well, +2 from the plate mail and the shield. It won't stack like that. However, can maybe give it to a mage because the bracers aren't necessarily plus anything. Pretty sure they already have AC 4. I'm not going to sell that. I'm going to give that to Ron Stock for when we want to go missile weapons. The longsword is going to be much better. Ring of fire resistance. And arrows +2. This guy's got all the good arrows. Pretty sure the plate's going to be dominant over the chain +3. -5. -6. Well, it's better regardless. Off with the chain. We don't need it. Did I never put your braces on? I'm sorry. That'll get Kyril down to -4. Let's see. Yep, that's certainly working for him. So he can stack the bracers on the... and the ring, which is nice. We need to go through all the spells and discard what we don't need. The problem is there's not sure how to discern this at that point. So we'll just keep going for it. So I'm not going to need those after all. I don't think we need that. Let's go ahead and give her a ring. Dagger +3 is interesting. I'll hang on to that. I'm liking that AC much better. I'm not getting how his armor class is -4. I guess the dex, extra dex gives him. I mean, he's got -1, so he's -2. Something doesn't seem right, but I'll take it. Oh yes, oh yes. We're going to share all that money. They're getting close to their level. Drop the kids off at the pool. Now 437 gems, 96 pieces of jewelry, and 58,970 platinum pieces. We will take a small allowance and head back into the mines. He talks much of the afternoon, and you record it in Journal Entry 12. 'Twas long ago that the old town was a thriving place. The mine was there then too. Folks who ruled by a fellow who worshipped Tyr. He thought the miners was deserving of Tyr's protection. Some of the folks around here say that the temple can still be found. Only those of stout heart should try, though. Things buried so long tend to harbor ghosts that don't like disturbing. Thanks for the same old story, you old fart. I'm not sure if he gives us anything else past what he has already, but feel bad for the old guy. Gotta give him some company. Level 2. Once again, we're just going to kind of go to the static important rooms, which really honestly aren't even that important. I could just beam it and go toward all the staff pieces right away, but that kind of take the fun out of the exploration. So we'll go and cover all the actual static rooms that have, you know, things to do, things to read. Okay, if you want to get fucked up, by all means. Welcome to the ghetto. Revenge is sweet. Alright, they're dead. Those motherfuckers are dead. There's some cockatrice. Unleash hell. Keep those 40s coming. 40 ounces of freedom. I'll take it. Get the fuck out of here. Said, get the fuck out of here. A short bow and a Mage Scroll. I want to make the mages carry that shit. Kyrul, you are... We need to see if we can scribe some stuff with you, sir. You got too many damn scrolls. See, if I could tell what level's what, it'd be different. Or if I could at least just waste these. I guess I could tell by... Ooh, scribe that. I already got that one. Spell magic. Not quite high enough yet to do those. You already know, you already know, you already know, you already know. And you're not high enough to raise this. So I need to find the most expensive scroll, which will be the 6th level harm. And sell everything else. She's not high enough level either. So it doesn't much matter. You see a group of monsters. They fucking decide to kill you anyways. But you say, fuck that, I'm casting Fireball. I'll show those sissies. It's a big Minotaur lineup. They're gonna retreat. Whoa! They passed the morale check. Ronstock laid him low, though. Oh, I don't care. Umberhawks charge at you. The other gays can fuck you up, but they gotta land it. Oh. Currently rereading Dark Walkers of Moonshae. One of the very first Forgotten Realms novel actually ever written. And a great inspiration to my favoriteest author of all time, R.A. Salvatore. So the Moonshae trilogy. Read it several years ago, decades ago when it came out. I think it was published in 1988. So I was 10. And that's probably one of the first, well, I mean, maybe the first Forgotten Realms novel. I'm not sure. I still think it might have been Crystal Shard, which came out shortly after. That is R.A. Salvatore's first novel in the Forgotten Realms setting. But, yeah, really enjoying rereading that series about the struggles of man and gods. Avatar trilogy is another great one that I loved reading growing up. Recently downloaded a file containing all 200 plus Forgotten Realms novels ever written, as well as all the Ravenloft, Dark Sun, Spelljammer, basically every book ever. Got them all on my Kindle now. Feeling groovy. I used to own pretty much the entire collection, but I sold it for a couple $1,000s way back when. Every single little paperback wrapped in a nice little book bag. Somebody's enjoying having that collection at this point. I just had too much shit. And I have quite an extensive hardback collection as it is, so had to do away with it. Leather armor? Oh, man. I guess I'll take it. Not sure if we need all this money we're accumulating, but I am the hoarder. Ooh, what do we have here? I don't know, but I'm killing it. I believe these are wyverns, so instead of taking poison that'll kill us, I think I'm going to open fire. Oh yeah, I got some big boys. Let's soften them up. Unaffected by your nasty ass poison. My dudes don't really miss a whole lot. You're damn right I want to memorize them spells. And they're going to let me get away with it. Alright, I think we're going to start heading towards this floor's staff piece. Again, obviously back in the day when you had to map this out, it was a much longer and grueling experience, but also much more satisfying. The dwarf notices a suspicious trapdoor in the floor. What do? Avoid it? You avoid the trapdoor. If you don't avoid that trapdoor, you get dropped down to level 3. Take damage. And the nice thing about finding it and avoiding it is you automatically do so from then on there. These Minotaurs are not learning their lesson. Everyone gonna die now. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Stay tuned for more Secret of the Silver Blade.